Alright, this will be the second video, Dremel Wood Carving, how to carve a wood spirit for the beginners. So, the first one I blocked out the face. It's alright. The left side of the face is a little bit bigger than the right side of the face. You can see it comes down lower. That's fine. I just cut the left side of the face up higher to match the right side. This guy's nose is freaking huge. There's just Carve Rob side view. Um, what I'm going to do in this video, and we'll see if we can get to the eyes or not, I'm not too sure, but we're going to carve the hairs in today. So when I look at this piece, and don't forget everybody, it's just an experiment. When I look at this piece, what do I think? Well, I think, yeah, it looks like a big old orc's face or something. But I just think it looks too kind of roundish, so carve deeper if you want, and everything I say in these videos is my opinion. I think it's just too kind of roundish, so I want to take some wood off right where my thumb is and carve deeper and give it some. His beard is going to have, I want to have some nice flow in it, but I also want to do some undercuts. Let me get the camera in the overhead and I'll try my best to explain. I haven't done this too much on my beard hairs. Like I said, it's just an experiment. But before I do put this in the overhead, I want to say, because you got all the textures of the plywood here, it's just kind of like cottonwood bark, Rob said, just carve Rob. I don't want to have too much details in the beard hairs because I want you to be able to see the textures of the plywood and even like little red spots I got in there, right? So I want it to have nice flow, but I want it also to see the textures of the plywood. And I think the deeper that you carve, you're going to see more textures with, again, the plywood. Okay, so I'm just going to draw a couple things on. So I kind of want it to be like little points. Like, see that, for example, I'm going to cut underneath there. And then, so I'll make it like this part is over top of this part. Kind of like fist scales, right? So I'll do a couple more down here. I might not use these ones, but like cut straight onto the line. Remove the wood on this side. Make this this clump of hair is overlapping this one. I don't know. I'm just going to carve. Super fast, super heavy. I got the Carve Infusion Warrior tape on. I'm going to be using my Kutzall Extreme Flame Burr. You guys know where to get these burrs down in the description. I'll take you to the Kutzall site. I'm running a Dremel 4000 with a Dremel Flex shaft. I think I'm going to do a time lapse. If there's anything I need to explain, I think I'll explain after. So there's some depth carving. It's just like fish scales or flower petals. I kind of did too much. I'll admit I did a bit too much, but didn't really care. I was just having fun carving. For the beginning carvers, I also want to say, don't be afraid to carve some of the back of, like carve into the back of your piece, because this is just a wall hanger, right? So, if you look on the side there, it will give it some more, what would the word be, definition, not just so flat. See, I did that there too. Nobody's ever going to look at the back of the piece, so don't worry about that. Phone call. So you still see it's a little bit blockish, but it's okay. We got some definition on the sides there, how I cut into the hairs. Now, what I'm going to do quickly is I got this diamond burr, and I got this idea from watching Sticks and Stones videos. He does some beard hairs like this, but with some more movement, some lines in there. Then he'll cut in like the bottom part. Anyways, I got this diamond burr here. I'm going to run around and clean up all these hairs with the diamond burr, and I guess we can get to the eyes today too. Okay, I wish I had a little torch around so I can get rid of those fuzzies just to hit it really quick, or even some Scotch Brite. Most of my carving tools, like my bits and stuff, are still put away for storage. So now, let's talk about the eyes. Eyes aren't my favorite things to do. That's why most of my wood spirits do not have eyes. I don't know if I'm going to do a tutorial on the eyes, but I'll show you the basics of what I know how to do the eyes. And I'm not too sure how they're going to carve because some of this wood, like that lighter stuff, is harder than the darker stuff, right? So this might be hard to do details on. I'm just not too sure. But you know one thing, you just don't know if you don't try, right? You got to try new things and try experiment and explore and just if it doesn't turn out, who gives a shit? Carve the eyes out. It's an eyeless wood spirit. Yep, they don't have to have eyes. Also, eyes are hard to do on camera because you got to try and move it around so everything's center for you. So I start off with a little dot here and a little dot there. I'm gonna go like this. Look at the piece, and yep, the dots are the same. So my problem with eyes, I usually make them too wide. I don't want this guy to have big eyes, like big bulky eyes. I want him to have like kind of squinty eyes. But what you do is you just kind of give it a round shape here, like a football kind of deal. Okay, you can make it a little bit bigger. And this is what I'm talking about, doing it on filming. Okay, so those look pretty. Oh, is that a hole in the wood there? Those look pretty good to me. So your objective is to make these look like they're cord. Like pretend there's a ball. Pretend there's a ball inside of the wood spirit, and you make it a quarter or just a little bit of the eye sticking out. So you want to make that round, right? You want to make this look round right here. So I've seen some guys. There's way better channels doing eyes than me. Um, Most of the people that do the best eyes use their knives and stuff. I do have a Just Carve Rob knife here, and I do got some carving gloves for that. I just got from Amazon. But I think I'm going to hold off on that because I don't want to break the knife because I don't know how to use it good enough. But what I'm going to do is get this is a saber tooth burr here. Okay, so yeah, I use saber tooths too. This is the longer pointer one, or maybe it's even a Typhoon, I think. Fordham makes Typhoon burrs. So what I'm going to do is go on the outside of this line and remove some wood. Then I'm going to just make it. I don't care how deep I got to carve these eyes to make them work. They're going to freaking work out, okay? That's the bottom line. So I'm going to carve on the outside of the line, then make it round in here. Okay, 3, 2, 1, turn the fan on. Uh-oh, they're already two different sizes. So what I'm going to do now is remove some of this wood, but I'm not going to touch this eye here. I'm going to remove the wood around it. Okay, so there you can see we got our eyes in there. Now I'm going to round these off nice and slowly. See, I'm starting to rush. I gotta tell myself to slow down. Okay. Okay. Oops, got a little bump there I gotta fix. Now I'm gonna get a different burr. I'll be right back. Okay, lots of the problems that I do, so you got your kind of roundness in here, right? See, they're I think they're pretty well equal. This one's a little bit longer than this one. That's all right. Um, Now my problem, I usually make, let's see here. I got this little diamond burr on here, okay? This is like, I think it's like 60 grit or 120 grit. See how pointy it is? It's like a little football. I usually forget what's going on when I'm carving because I'm going so fast. I usually do the eyelid under here and then up here, the top eyelid. But if you make the eyelid inside the round part, it will make them seem really squeaky. I don't think I'm going to need to turn the fan on. You might see me kind of just smooth this off, make it a bit rounder first. So yeah, when you do the eyes, you just really want to take your time. I do wish I had my little tiny Dremel bit. It's not the 125, it's smaller. It burns the wood just as fast. Well, it burns the wood when you're carving it. So let's see if this can burn the wood. Okay, perfect. So there's a perfect example. You can see it burn the wood, but I don't want to go too deep in these eyes. So let's see. I'm not even going to draw them on. I'm just going to do it. Okay, there's number one. Number two. Okay, can you guys see? Now you make it like another little football inside here again. You round off the inside. You know, you want to try and dig deep into each corner too. Like so, you got a little corner here. Then you'll have a little corner here. Make it look more rounder. That looks okay. Um, what do you say? Carry on. Actually, got to do an undercut here. It's a lot harder to do when you got all these different colors. It's kind of playing tricks on your mind, but you just got to keep going at it. The most important part when you're doing eyes is lighting. You got to make sure you have good lighting. And right now I don't have the best lighting in here. Okay, let's give them some age lines on the outside. Push really hard, try and make it burn. I think that's good enough. Okay, so I'm going to do some burn lines in here and underneath the lip too. Deep inside here. Get deep. Okay, and what else? Well, that one kind of went off track there. It's supposed to go here, but that's okay. You kind of give it a little thing around the nose here. Okay, you can do the eyebrows. You can even give them some lines in here. Good. I think we're golden. Okay, so I think the eyes worked out because I tried. This one's a little bit opener than this one, but when I was doing this one, I seen that little black spot happen there. So I burnt in a little black spot there so it looks like he's looking this way. You know, you could burn underneath all these sinks too. This plywood actually does take a pretty good burn. You could burn underneath all the bird hairs, but that's it for me. And also, see, when I said carve deeper in here and you get that nice burn, you see how nice of a shadow it kind of gives? All right. So, yeah, this guy's forehead's a little bit low. You could make it a bit bigger, but I like shorter foreheads with wood spirits than longer foreheads. Longer, big foreheads look like mongoloids. So let's give this a just carve Rob side view. So there we go. Nose sticks off farthest from the piece. Like I said, it doesn't have to. I think I'm going to find some Scotch-Brite and clean this up a little bit more. And I don't have any spray stuff here today like I normally use, but I got this stuff. And I just get shit done. I use what I got, right? So you might not want to put a finish on this because you don't know if the glue's going to show, but I don't see any glue in there. I see some red. Like I said in the first video, if you paint the like do 10 coats, that color, it doesn't have to be red. You can do blue, you can do any color you want. But you see the red in there. The thicker that you put it on, the better it's going to pop out. So I'm going to find a little cup, get this stuff. It's a wipe-on poly. I'm not going to wipe it on. I'm going to brush it on and friggin' wipe it off. Yep. Okay, so I got this poly in a cup. I got this bag laid down, so I'm trying to protect my table to make it not dirty for as long as I can. And I don't know if this is going to work or not, but this is how you're going to get the colors to really pop. So it's easier with the spray stuff. So they say for this stuff's like furniture making, like you wipe it on and you wipe it off. But I don't think there's any real. Look how this plywood is really sucking it in. I think this might be spruce. I'm not too sure what they make plywood out of here, spruce or hemlock, but I'm pretty sure it's probably spruce. So how would I get this done? I don't know if I'm going to do one. I don't know how long this stuff takes to dry. I didn't really read it, but okay, I'll let you guys. I'll finish this off, and I'll let you guys know how many coats I get on it, and I'll be back. So this is how you do a V cut. Hey, just carve Rob. Look at that. I'm a knife carver now. Let's make his eyes sharper. Yeah, you do a splice cut right here. Yep, that's what you do. Love the knife. Okay, so that's going to be it for this one. That black line right there on the eyebrow, that's just natural in the wood. That's not from my wood burning, but you can see how the red pops out. So you can do any colors that you want to do. It's not that hard to carve. And once again, like, anybody can do it. So I think it's a fun project. And I'm kind of excited to carve that owl in the nuke. If I should carve an owl in the nuke in the other one, the other piece I got. What do you guys think? Actually, hold on a minute. Let me grab that other piece. Here it is here. What do you guys think I should carve in this one? And I hope some people's got some ideas. I think with this, like, you can see the red. Let's show you. See the red down here? See the red up inside there? You can even see the red like he's bloodshot. Look at his eye. I think, like basic shapes would look pretty good out of this stuff too. Like if you want to carve a bear or a friggin' potbelly pig or a goat, a whale, I think that'd be pretty neat. But anybody can do it. And you guys, I showed you how I didn't have any wood clamps or anything when I glued these together. I don't know if that glue was good or not. I just used full paint cans and some books and once I put the glue in there, I did glue both sides of each piece of plywood. So, and once again, this is D grade. So if you get yourself some A grade plywood, you won't get those gaps. Also, these wood spirits, I got to ship them out. You two winners from the old the Carving Fusion Challenge. The first person to message me gets the first choice. Okay. So there's those two. Hope everybody's good. Now I got to eat my Subway and some cookies.